speaking with Matt Wilson with Farmers and Hunters Feeding the Hungry. Matt, thanks for being here on NRA News. It's that time of year when folks think about, what can I do to sort of give back? Well, Farmers and Hunters Feeding the Hungry, you guys are always giving back. You run a great organization. We've spoken with you and with Rick Wilson, your dad, for years about what you all do. But for folks who haven't heard about what FH is, tell them a little bit about what you guys are and what you all do.
Sure, John. It's great to be on here, and thanks for giving us a chance to share today. Basically, what we do is try and provide an opportunity for hunters and for farmers out there to take a resource, to take whitetails and elk and other wild game, and turn that into food for the hungry by being able to donate those animals when they're harvested at the local butcher shops at no cost to the hunter. And eventually, what happens is the meat makes its way to food banks, churches, food pantries, soup kitchens, and is distributed to those that need it most. Sure, go ahead.
I was going to say, we're in the same place, Matt, because I love the story of how it started. So I was going to ask you to tell us a story about how FHFH got started.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it was in 1997, and my dad, Rick, was driving down a country road in Virginia on his way to a farm that we hunted on, and he was just going down there, I believe, after the season to do some work, or even I think it was attend just a social gathering, a party of some sort. And he noticed along the side of the road there was this woman kind of with a car that appeared to be pulled off to the side of the road, and she was just kind of out of her car, just kind of wandering around, looking off to the side of the road, and just seemed like she needed some help. So he pulled over and stopped and said, "Ma'am, what are you hurt? Did you have an accident? What can I do to help?" And she basically said, "I need you to follow me over here into the bushes and off the road." And obviously, he was a little concerned at first, didn't quite know what to do, and I think was pretty hesitant. And then she said, "Sir, there's a small buck over here on the side of the road that I hit, and I'm going to need you to help me get that in my car." And he said, "Well, ma'am, we're going to need to call the wildlife agency and do the proper procedures here, and maybe call help for you and this and that." And she said, basically, "Sir, I don't have time for this. My kids at home are starving. We need to eat right now." She said, "Either help me or leave." And it was one of those flat-footed moments there where he realized this lady was feeding her kids, feeding her family with roadkill deer along the side of the road. And at that point, realized that we can do something about this. We need to take this God-given resource of deer and utilize it to feed the hungry. And started in 1997 there, actually in Maryland, in Washington County, Maryland, and spread across the state, and now has gone to about 25 states across the country.
Wow. Speaking with Matt Wilson, Program and Development Director with FHFH Farmers and Hunters Feeding the Hungry. And Matt, you and I are, I guess, on the same wavelength because you've anticipated my question again. You said 25 states. I was going to ask next, how big is the program? Because I know you guys are here in the D.C. area, as are we, but you're around the country now, at least most of it, right?
Yes, about 25 states. We have local coordinators, which is anywhere from one to several individuals serving as a team, about 125 of those then throughout those states. There's definitely a lot going on in the eastern part of the country, as well as kind of the Midwest, Ohio and Indiana, and then throughout other spots, as far down as Florida and all the way out to California. So it's certainly spread.
Wow, that is so great. And one other thing we should emphasize, people think about this around Thanksgiving and Christmas time, around the holidays, but you guys are working all year round to help out the needy, aren't you?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the hunting season, in many states can be quite long, from September to the end of January, and then oftentimes it goes well beyond that, and perhaps even year-round, depending on different crop damage and crop management things going on in particular states. So we're really looking at ways to try and, year-round be able to take deer and provide the food banks with meat, not just in the fall and the winter, but spring and summer as well, because people are hungry year-round.
All the time. Yep. Matt, great work you and your dad, Rick, are doing. Everyone else with FHFH. How can people get more information about your organization?
Sure. Well, they can certainly check out our website, www.fhfh.org. They can give us a call, 1-866 438-3434. And they can email us at staff, S-T-A-F-F, staff at FHFH.org.
All right, Matt Wilson, Farmers and Hunters Feeding the Hungry. Thank you, sir, for what you do, and thanks for being on NRA News. We appreciate it.